Welcome to our team training and inspiration tonight. We know it's Thanksgiving week, and I just first of all want to give you guys a big kudos for showing up on a team call Thanksgiving week, because there could be a lot of other things that you're doing, and so we promise to make this short and sweet and worth your time. We are really excited about this week because this is our third Thanksgiving in Plexus. The first one doesn't count because I was a silver ambassador. Emily just joined. We didn't know what the heck we were doing. We certainly were not going to do a business. Okay, we were just going to share a little bit and help a couple people. And now look at this mess we're in, right? So we did not really understand how incredible the holidays could be for business and how much it really matters if you work this week of the month. And it's so tempting to take all the time off or to say, well, I value my family, and so I'm just going to spend time with my family. That's like saying the rest of y'all don't value your family if you're not spending every single second with your family. And I just want to tell you that you can have more time with your family when you have a larger business. When you have a business that gives you the freedom to travel more with your family, to do the things with your family you want to relieve stress from your husband, for you to work less, whatever that is, it actually creates more time for your family. And what I really truly believe, and is written into the IPA challenge, is that you can do your IPA and an IPA challenge in an hour or less every single day. And during the holidays, if you plan your time and you schedule it in, you will get so much done. Now, if you're aimlessly scrolling through Facebook, you're aimlessly scrolling through Instagram, you're seeing what everybody else is doing during the holidays, I just want to remind you of how much time you will actually be wasting. 30 minutes of mindless scrolling on social media equals 22 8-hour workdays a year. 22 8-hour workdays a year. Raise your hand if you've been guilty of aimlessly scrolling on social media for half an hour. 22 days. So if we make those a Monday through Friday, that is an entire month of your life that you are wasting not doing productive activities. Did you know that on your phone, you can actually have your phone show you what was productive activities and what wasn't on your social media? Your phone even tracks how much time you're just scrolling and watching and reading. And so if you really want an eye-opening experience, look at how much screen time you have and look at how much of that time is productive. 30 minutes wastes an entire month of your life. And just imagine if you gave me an extra month in the year, what I could do. Oh man, it would be exciting. But do you want to know how much time most people, the average person, wastes on social media a day? And this is great if somebody tells you they don't have time to work a business and you know they're active on social media. The average person spends 90 minutes a day on social media. That means they are spending 66 8-hour workdays a year. They are wasting 3 entire months of productivity of their life doing nothing on social media. You know what I'm going to do with those 3 months, those 66 days? I'm going to work my gosh dang business, and I'm going to make more money, and I'm going to bless more lives. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. Do those numbers shock you at all? Those are the truth. That is the truth of how many people are consuming social media and doing nothing with it. But we're not going to do that. So this week, we want to encourage you to double down on your IPA. I am such a nut about this around the holidays, and I am such a nut about this when it comes to talking about sales and people waiting until the end of the month. Well, I'm sure they're going to do a sale, or waiting for a Christmas sale, waiting for a New Year's sale, waiting for a Thanksgiving sale, just waiting because I'm sure there will be something. If you sit around and wait and you don't make things happen before a sale comes, you will be the person that is eternally stuck in the position you're stuck in. And I say that with all the love in my heart, because the people that make progress, that change more lives, that grow a bigger business, that have a greater impact are the people that make things happen. So I am encouraging you to make things happen in the next 3 days. Meaning I want you to work your business as if Wednesday night was the end of the month. Wednesday night is the end of the month. That is what is going through your mind. I'm going to work my business as if Wednesday night was the end of the month. I'm not going to message people and be like, hey, just wait until after Thanksgiving. We're going to have a huge Black Friday sale. You know what? You don't know what's coming. Nobody knows what's coming. And I will tell you, there was one Thanksgiving, Emily Gibson, you remember this, like 2 years ago, where there was no Black Friday sale. Plexus did not do a Black Friday sale. They did a Cyber Monday sale. And so everybody was sitting around, not really working their business, waiting for a Black Friday sale. We ended up creating a Black Friday sale, but that's a great example of us, telling you to create something. Don't wait for your upline to create a sale. Don't wait to combine and to get something stackable. Maybe you're getting that, maybe you're not, but you can have a pre-Thanksgiving sale. You can create your own sale, whatever that is. Maybe it's free shipping. Maybe you've got some extra 7-day trial packs of Slim sitting around. Maybe you've got some extra bottles of Block, or you want to do $10 off a welcome pack or $20 off a $1.99 welcome pack. Whatever you want to do, you create a sale, you call it a flash sale, and you make it exclusive. That is up to you. When you do that and you get people joining by Wednesday, which we're calling the end of the month, you get them to join by Wednesday, then whatever comes, if there is something coming, your goal is to take those people that have joined by Wednesday and help them go silver through the end of the month for whatever is coming. Guys, one of the biggest lessons I've learned, even stalling somebody overnight to sign up the next day, is that whenever you stall somebody, the chances of you actually signing them up decreases by at least half. You know why? Because they are automatically going to think of every reason why they shouldn't. They're going to think of all of their fears, all of their doubts. Their brain is designed to protect them. And so they are not going to pull the trigger. And you're doing that for something that you think might come. You're doing that because of some kind of sale. The reason I don't do that is because I fully believe the products are worth full price. I don't believe somebody needs to wait for a sale. So I don't need to wait to make the sale for a sale to come to me. If you really believe the products are worth their price, if you really believe the products can help your friends, you are going to have them start now. You're not going to delay, because you understand human psychology, and you understand by delaying them by something that may or may not come, that you're decreasing their chances by at least half of them not even pulling the trigger. And I know a lot of you have experienced that. The person that's excited and you don't get on the phone and sign them up right away, and then they ghost you and you never hear from them. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with their ego brain taking over and telling them, don't do that. It may not work. Maybe that's a bad decision. You may not want to do it. It's a scam. Whatever it is they think, all those things are going to come into their mind, okay? So we're not going to wait when they're excited. And I will do this off the cuff. If I'm on the phone with somebody, I'll say, you know what? I think I would be able to get you $10 off of that welcome pack today. And they're like stoked, because they're like, really? That's awesome. Because my method is I get them on the phone, I'm showing them the welcome pack options I think that they should do. And then I'm saying, I think I can get you $10 off of that welcome pack today. And they just think they hit the jackpot. They got a sale. The other reason you don't want to wait is, what do you think every other company is doing around Thanksgiving? They're running all of their own sales. People are being inundated by ads for products that can help them with their health, their mood, their weight. All of these other companies are running ads for sales and specials and things. And so your competition just goes up a lot. You're not the only person in network marketing. You're not the only person in health and wellness. You're not the only person talking to your potential. If you think you're the only person talking to your potential, think again. You have to act with an extreme sense of urgency. That doesn't mean panic. It doesn't mean desperation. It doesn't mean any of those things. It just means that you're passionate and you're like, you know what, Kimberly, I am so excited for you to get started. And if we order your products today, you'll have them the day after Thanksgiving. Let's get them ordered for you. Or you know what, if you order on like Wednesday, you'll be starting your products on Saturday or Monday. I can't wait for you to get started at the beginning of December and end your year feeling your best. You're not hesitating. You're showing them, I want you to get these products into your hands, and I want you to get started right now. So our plan is to work the IPA challenge today. If you haven't done it yet, do it tomorrow and Wednesday. One of the things that I like to do when I'm really trying to dig in and I'm really trying to think of everybody I could possibly think of, and I don't want to forget anybody, is I will set aside a little bit of time to scroll through my messages. Like, I'll set aside a solid 20 to 25 minutes to just scroll and find people, because we all forget people. We forget to follow up with this person or that person, or maybe we're in a group conversation with our level one and our level one's not really following up with people. And so we have all these loose ends that we could tie up. And so getting into those conversations, reigniting those conversations, sending additional information, inviting them into our 3-day challenge to get some third-party validation, doing those things so that you don't forget people. That's one simple step I do anytime I'm trying to create a lot of results. The other thing I do is I double down on the effort. Instead of doing 3 asks, it would be 6 asks a day. That's what we're asking you to do in the IPA challenge. We're asking you to push just a little bit more, to reach out to just a few more people, because there is no denying that when you do a little bit more, you get a bigger result. If you do less, you'll get a less result. Like, it's very, very simple. And so if you want to create amazing things this month, we're going to ask you in that dedicated hour where you're solidly working IPA, not a half an hour of scrolling, wasting 22 days of your life, right? But in that dedicated hour of actually working your business, reaching out, following up, signing people up, sending a video, sending a testimonial, checking in with your 3-day challenge people. In that hour, you are committed, you are dedicated, and you are trying to double your efforts of what you would normally output. Guys, when I set a timer, or when I know I have a deadline and I've got like 30 minutes to do something, it's amazing what I can crank out in 30 minutes. For example, if I'm writing an IPA challenge and I have only half an hour to get it posted by a certain deadline time, I can do it. But if I have all day long, sometimes I'll take an hour and a half, 2 hours to write one day. Give yourself a deadline, give yourself a goal, and make yourself meet that goal, because any task can expand into any amount of time to where you're like, oh my gosh, I just worked for 5 hours and I didn't spend time with my family. Well, what you did, you probably could have done in an hour and a half or 2 hours, right? So let's condense it so that we can get our work done efficiently, effectively, and then move on and spend time with our families, because we want you to enjoy your holidays. But we also know that if you completely take your foot off the gas, you're going to miss out on all of the benefits of everything that can happen this week. So Emily, oops, are you next?
Yes, ma'am. Here I am.
There you are. I think I might have gone out of order. Did I go out of order?
It doesn't matter. Everything's fine.
Okay.
We're all just going with the flow today, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so you wanted me to talk to you. You wanted me to talk tonight about
enjoying your family life and fitting work into your schedule, and how you actually do that, because you do have a lot of littles.
I have 4 kids that are 11 and under, and it was my dream to be a stay-at-home mom. So the only thing I ever wanted to be when I grew up was a mom, and I am so grateful that I get to live out that dream. And I remember when I started working Plexus, it was really hard to not just work my business all the time and ignore my kids. It was so much easier to pour into my business
I hate you, man.
than it was for me to go and do the hard things with my kids. And so over the last 4 years, never having planned to be a stay-at-home mom, one of the things that I have found to be really helpful on weeks like Thanksgiving is I plan my activities with my kids so that my work doesn't take over my day. So a perfect example of that is tomorrow, we already bought movie tickets to go see Frozen at 1 p.m. So I know that tomorrow I'm going to wake up, or on Wednesday, sorry, not tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm all mixed up on my days. I know that Wednesday, when my kids are off of school, that I'm going to wake up, I'm going to get some work done in the morning, and by 12 o'clock, we are going to be driving away in the car to go to the movies with my mom and our cousins. And I already feel really positive about that. I already feel like I'm going to be a great mom this week, and I'm going to be great at my job this week because I already have the time planned. We talk so much about time blocking and planning ahead and all of those things because you guys, you see Emily Gibson now 4 years into this, but Emily Gibson 4 years ago was like, I'm not a planner. I like to fly by the seat of my pants. It's just not in my personality to plan. That is a lie that I was telling myself that wasn't helping anybody, not even me, right? So you can choose to be a victim or problem of your personality, or you can get outside of your comfort zone and you can do something that is going to help you be happier in all areas of your life. Okay. So other things that I find is I have to write my stuff down. Have to. Everything is planned out ahead of time. I utilize grocery delivery services because if I can have my groceries delivered to me, then I don't have to waste time in my car at the grocery store. I can spend that time with my kids, and then my kids can put away my groceries for me so that we can maximize our time together. So that's something that can help you. When I look at my day the night before, which is a huge skill that I hope that you'll utilize all the time, but especially during Thanksgiving, is you can look at your day tomorrow and you can say, I know what areas of the day are going to be a problem, right? Because you look at your day and you're like, okay, I know that I'm not going to sit down to work until 9 a.m. because I want to be with my kids in the morning when they're getting ready for school. I want to be able to give them kisses out the door. I want to be able to eat some breakfast, get my pink drink, go to the bathroom, maybe get dressed. All of those things that you make you feel good about yourself. I want to do those things before 9 a.m. so that when I sit down at 9 a.m., I know that I'm going to be able to put in good time that's not going to take over my day and my life. Because what I find is that if I don't do that, then all of a sudden it's 11:30, I'm still in my pajamas, I haven't gone pee, I haven't had my pink drink, I haven't had breakfast, I'm grouchy, I'm barking at everybody, and I'm just in a bad mood. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate this. No, I don't hate this. I hate the choices I made that brought me to this. So I want to empower you and remind you that you have the choice. It is 100% your choice what you do with your day. You can make lots of different choices while working, while being a mom, while having another job, while having other commitments. It just takes practice. Some days are a real crapper. And I look at Sean at the end of the day and I'm like, well, that didn't go as planned. Literally had this whole list and not a single thing got done. I guess we'll try again tomorrow, right? So like for example, every single Tuesday morning, that's when I record my podcast. And if I schedule anything else during that time, I feel negative about myself all day long because I compromised on a boundary, right? So you have these things in your life. The other thing that I compromise a lot on is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's when I go to the gym. And if I don't get up and get right into my gym clothes, I'm always late, like 20 minutes late to the gym because I compromise on getting ready. So then I think, well, what's the point in going in stopping work early and getting dressed? I know this doesn't make any sense, but I'm just telling you what happens in my brain. What's the point in getting dressed? I'm already going to be late, right? Because I didn't get my gym clothes on in the beginning. One thing Christy Jex tells me every day, she just gets up and gets into her gym clothes so that if the opportunity presents itself, she's ready to go, right? So whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in your day, I want you to have a plan for it the night before. And if you compromise on that boundary, then you are the only person that you get to be mad at for doing that, right? Because if you break the boundary, you're going to make yourself feel badly all day because you didn't do the thing that you wanted to do. And then you're going to have negative thoughts and feelings about it that are going to affect your messages, your work, your family life, your friendships, your everything. So it's just a happier situation if you will plan ahead, schedule it out, and have things that you are not willing to negotiate in your day. I'm not willing to negotiate my gym time. I'm not willing to negotiate a movie with my kids on Wednesday. I'm not willing to negotiate Christmas tree shopping on Friday. So just pick the things that are non-negotiables for you, write them in your planner, and the night before, make sure that you have a plan of how you're going to do the things you want to do around those non-negotiables. Because we can't always have perfect time blocking. We can't always have that. But we can have really positive thoughts around the choices that we are making and then be accountable for the things that we're going to let go. Any other thoughts on that, Brooke?
I think that's perfect, honestly, because really what you're talking about is just taking control of your life and taking accountability for your own time. Because like I mentioned, even with the social media scrolling, I mean, there are so many things that we say we're going to do, and then we choose to fill our time with other things. And then sometimes, emergencies do happen or kids get sick. Like there really legitimately are things that happen. But if you think about your life, the majority of things could have been avoided with a little bit of planning. And with a little bit of planning, you actually have so much more peace in your life. And I remember fighting with you over this, Emily, and you'd be like, I like to fly by the seat of my pants. And I was like, well, what if we just tried? And she did, and now look at how successful she is. And so it's just really is a testament that if you think that that's a fun way to live, actually it leads to a lot of negative thoughts and a lot of non-productive activities that is really not fun. So I love those tips. And now we're going to turn the time over to Dory. Dory's going to share with us a little bit about developing silver. She's been doing a really awesome job of reaching through, taprooting, helping to develop silvers. And is Dory laughing?
Dory, by the way, we're going to have you share tonight about silvers. And I'm so, everyone's really excited to hear
Dory! This is a surprise. I'm so sorry.
It's only a surprise for Dory. I was totally planning on it.
Okay. Well, Dory, why don't you just
tell us? She's going to be able to authentically share because she's just going to tell us what she's doing. She's rocking this right now on her team.
Yes.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I know I'm not the only one that feels this way, but to be honest, I have just gotten lucky with this team right now because Gigi has done this before with different companies, so she knows what she's doing. She knows who she wants to be a leader. And so we've just kind of been strategically talking to each other. We'll talk every morning. Okay,
I have to stop you because this is not luck. You are not giving yourself enough credit. What I am seeing you do every day is you have a morning call together. You map out your day. You talk about your potentials. You're getting people on the phone.
So we do.
I don't accept this was luck because it's not luck.
Well,
you are working your tails off.
We are. Gigi, so Gigi does, when she goes to her job in Chico, she drives an hour and a half. So that's our time in the morning that we talk, and she tells me exactly what she's got going on for the day. She has who she's talking to that she's getting signed up. She's got her silvers that she's already gotten. Oh, and this one's going to be silver by the end of the day. We're working on these. So we do talk about it every morning, and I am more engaged with her level 1s, her level 2s, her level 3s than a lot of other people, I guess. So I am helping them in that regard.
You're developing those leaders on her team by strategizing together, by thinking of ideas of how to help so-and-so out in New York and so in Chico, and how can we help her?
Right. And so I was listening to you, Emily, and for me, when there was a time in my life that I didn't go to a corporate job or to a job in an office. I did medical transcription from home. And when I started doing that, I made a point for myself to get up every morning at my same time as I would like I was going to a job, got up every morning, I showered, put my makeup on, I did all of that stuff. Because for me, it made me feel like I am going to a job. Even though I'm sitting there in front of my computer, no one sees me, I am going to a job. So I kind of do that now when I know what I have going on. I still get up and I shower and everything, but like you said, if I'm going to the gym, I am going to structure my time around that. But then I try to come home, even in my gym clothes, I'm still in it, but my phone is always with me. I'm still available for Gigi or anybody on her team. So we are working it together. We are in constant communication. So she's teaching me a lot, and hopefully I'm able to teach her at the same time.
Would you say that you guys are doing more on the telephone or messages or Zoom calls? Like, I know everyone is different, and what's easier for some people in Messenger, other people like to do with another form of media.
For us, because we're a little older than some of y'all, we do a lot of ours by phone, text messaging. We'll do three-way messages and things like that. But the majority of it with her and her team is on the phone, which I like because I like to have that personal relationship with them. We've done a few Zooms, but not as easy for them, I guess.
Do you do like a three-way phone call, or is it just you and Gigi strategizing together? And
no,
then
we do some three-way phone calls and texting groups. So yeah.
Awesome. I love that. I think that it's really awesome to hear a different way of doing it, because so many people on our team have always said, oh, three-way messages, but that doesn't resonate with you. And so if you're someone that you don't find that three-way messages resonate with you, this is a great example of there's another way. There's more than one way to skin a cat, right?
Yeah.
So if you find that getting on the phone with people or doing a Zoom call or meeting for lunch or whatever it is, that is more your fit, then do that. Because Dory and Gigi could have said like, well, we can't do this because we don't want to do three-way messages. But instead they were like, that's cute that you guys do that, but we're going to get on the phone and do it this way and accomplish the same thing. So I love that.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Dory.
Thanks, Brooke.
And I think that when I listen to that, like Emily said, you don't give yourself enough credit. Some of you are probably prone to sit here and be like, oh, well, they know a lot of people, and like kind of that. But what I hear is that they're talking every day. So as team members trying to build a business, they're talking every day. And when you talk to somebody, like say, for example, Janelle, you and Vicki, you work a business together, you kind of run together. Like when Emily and I started working a business together, we talked every day. And for some people that might seem extreme, but in this business, if you've got somebody running with you, you probably talk to that person every day on Marco Polo, on the phone, in Messenger, whichever way is best to you, because you are giving each other ideas of how to drum up some shiz. Like you're giving each other excitement, momentum, encouragement. You're feeding off of each other. And then that's how you get involved down into their team and you help develop them. Because yes, Dory, she's done network marketing before, but she hasn't done Plexus and she doesn't know the products like you know them.
And it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, and it was a long time ago. And so I think that for me, the takeaway I take is that if you have somebody that is wanting to work the business, that is willing to work the business, you keep that person close to you and you talk to them often. You send them encouragement. You call them up on the phone. Who have you been thinking about? Who have you got on your radar? Who can we get on a Zoom this week? Like, how can I help you? Like all of those kind of things to just get things going. So
one other thing that I want to add to that, Brooke, I remember listening to a team call years and years and years ago, and someone said that they said, people think momentum is constant enrollments on your team. She said, that's great, but my definition of momentum is a team that is engaged all day long with each other. And it really shifted my mindset of what I thought momentum was. And I know so many of you are trying to get into momentum and you might have this expectation of, momentum is this many people joining my team a day. However, if you are actively talking and engaging and creating that energy with your team, then you are in momentum and those enrollments and the silvers will come. So maybe
Well,
you having a more positive mindset around what momentum is and what that feels like, that energy where you're talking to your team and you're on the phone and you're making plans and you're talking about exciting new leads and you're talking about new people, then you are in momentum and you should be celebrating that, because the activity and the results are going to come.
And Emily, what I would say to that too is just example this evening, Gigi's calling on her way home. We're talking and she's telling me, oh, I've got these people signing up and this is how they're going to do it. And I said, well, think about doing it maybe this way. So we were able to talk about that together. And she said, oh my gosh, that's so much better. I'm going to tell her it was my idea, even though it's really yours. Go for it. I don't care. But so just being able to talk about them together makes a big difference.
Yep. Awesome. Awesome. That's the bouncing off the ideas like I was talking about. So I love that. Okay. So now we get to hear from Janelle. Janelle is going to teach us a little bit about a product, because we always want to be focusing on learning and growing and remembering how important our products are and how special they are. And as she talks about this product, we want you guys to share your comments and your experiences below in the comments.
Hello, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. So Brooke asked me to pick a product, and so I picked the products that I am most thankful for, and that is Biocleanse. And when I started my journey over 3 years ago, the main reason I started is because I could not poop. I pooped like once a week, and so this product is my absolute favorite. But I wanted to talk about it because it's also, even though it's my favorite, I feel like it's also the product when you're talking to people about products, they're like, oh, I poop every day, I don't need that Biocleanse. They think they don't need it. And so what I wanted to focus on tonight, I think we all know that it's got a great source of vitamin C. It's got magnesium in it, which is what helps you get rid of the toxins and the harmful microbes in your bio or in your gut. But I think what people don't know is all of the other important things that magnesium can do for you. So I'm just going to list like 8 of them. And I think that's important because when you're talking to people and they're telling you, well, I go to the bathroom really normally every day, I don't need that Biocleanse product. This is something that you can have on hand to just talk them through why it's an important product. Besides the fact that it does help you go to the bathroom, it's so much more than that. First of all, like I said, it's got vitamin C. So especially this time of the year, I have so many people that are sick and they've been sick or their kids are sick. So it's a great source of vitamin C and helps with your immunity. Other things though that magnesium does is it helps with fatigue. How many people come to us because they're tired? Well, magnesium also helps with fatigue. It helps with muscle spasms and cramps. So if you have people that are complaining about, oh, I had a Charlie horse in the middle of the night, that's a muscle spasm. So it helps with that as well. Irregular heartbeat, arrhythmia. Magnesium helps your heart, so it helps control your heart rate. Dizziness. I was just listening to a colleague today tell me that her son passed out the first day of finals in his first class. So he went home and he had to take all of his finals the next day. So I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that until I was getting ready for this to present on this tonight, that it helps with dizziness. Had no idea. Be talking to her tomorrow. Nausea and vomiting. If you know someone that just for some reason like I'm just always nauseous, or if they throw up, that can be a magnesium deficiency. Numbness. This is a more severe sign of deficiency of magnesium. But if you know someone that's talking about that their like hands or their feet constantly go numb, it could be that they're deficient in magnesium. Mood, personality changes. If they're crabby and irritable, that too can be a deficiency. And the last one is anxiety and panic attacks. So even though some of these symptoms of deficiency, we have other products that help with it, I think knowing that the magnesium also helps with this is just another selling point for what a great product Biocleanse is. It does so much more than just help to eliminate the bad microbes in our gut. I personally take 6 a day. I know the bottle says to take 2 and 2, but if you do have someone that struggles more with constipation, I do take 6 a day. I take 3 in the morning and then I take 3 more before bed. So I know you can go up to 6 if you have people that are really struggling with constipation. Don't be afraid to take them up to 6 a day. That's all I've got.
Awesome. I love Biocleanse too. And so my story was different. Drop in the comments again if you take Biocleanse, what you love it for. But I was somebody that was regular. Like I went to the bathroom every single morning. I've always been physically active and for me, like it was like wake up, go exercise. Like no issue. So I didn't think I needed Biocleanse either, but I didn't understand all the other things that Biocleanse was for. And a lot of times I get asked this question, like people that have IBS or Crohn's or problems with frequency, a lot of people think that those people don't need Biocleanse, and that's actually false. And I've had, I wish Nancy was on this call. I don't see Nancy on this call. She has severe Crohn's, and she takes 3 Biocleanse a day. She didn't start at 3 Biocleanse, she started on 1. But she talks about Biocleanse and how it's a buffer. It has sodium bicarbonate, and that helps to buffer your gut and helps to neutralize or alkalinize the gut. And you want your body to be in a more alkaline state. So yes, you're going to start that type of a person out slower, and you're going to gradually increase. And maybe they're never going to take 4, but everybody needs Biocleanse. Everybody needs some of it. And you have to play around sometimes with what time they take it, how much they take. But just because they're currently going frequently doesn't mean they don't need Biocleanse. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for sharing, Janelle. Okay, we're going to round this call out with somebody that I love so much, who's such an example of a strong leader, someone that's committed, and someone that has really, to me, transformed so much throughout the last 3 years of building a business. I grew up in Wisconsin, and I was not necessarily friends with Sonya. We did gymnastics together. She graduated a year ahead of me, so we knew each other. We practiced at the Cow Palace, where the wrestlers also practiced, and where in the summer they showed cows, during fair season. I'm a good old Wisconsin country girl. And so we didn't really know each other, but when I started my Plexus business, guess what I did? I was like, I don't have any friends, so I got to go Facebook friend people because I don't have any friends. Like legit, guys, I didn't have any friends. Look at all the friends I have now. It's just so amazing. And so she was one of those people I friended that had no intention of joining Plexus, let alone doing the business. She purchased a double pack because her friend Darcy wanted to start the products. And when I was on the phone with her, even back then when I really got sweaty pits about it, but I was on the phone with her and I was like, well, you should probably do the products with your friend. So I think you should get the double pack and you take the products and she takes the products. And so lo and behold, here she is as one of our strongest senior rubies she always maintains senior ruby. She's got an incredible team and she will be going emerald in 2020. She is going to share with us a couple of really cool messages tonight.
Well, that was a delightful introduction. Thank you.
You deserve a delightful introduction.
Well, I appreciate it. So those of you who don't know me, I'm Sonya Gilson. I have been with Plexus for 3.5 years, closer to 4 at this point. And like Brooke said, I really had no interest in starting a business. And today I just want to talk about playing the long game. Because I did not shoot up to the top of the company. I'm still working on that. It's a little more of a climb for me at this point, but I'm going there. So I want to talk about our Plexus family, our Plexus team as a garden. Everybody is going to grow at different rates. Not everybody's going to be ready at the same time. I don't know if anybody's gardeners. I'm really not a gardener, but I appreciate a nice garden. And people who really work hard on their garden have different things that are going to blossom at different times. Because if everything blossoms at the same time and everything dies at the same time, that's not going to be great for your garden or your Plexus business. Also, sometimes things just aren't going to grow in my garden. Maybe they'll grow in your garden, and maybe those people need to be on your team. Maybe they're just not people that I connect with. And that's okay. I can't take that personally. It's just a matter of connecting with people. And that's for sure happened with me, that like I've talked to somebody and then somebody else signs them up and I'm like, what? My feelings kind of get hurt. But really that's just, they have a connection with somebody else and that's okay. Some of your plants and ambassadors will spread like ground cover, and they're going to build teams. And some people are just not going to do that. Some people are going to peter out early, and some people just aren't going to sign up at all, or they'll sign up and they'll quit right away because they're really just not ready. The last couple people that I have signed up have been people that I've known for a long time. Just one lady that I met on the internet, but like people who have been watching my story and my progress for 3.5 years. People who I've talked to before, and they've tried other things in the meantime, and then they came back and said, what I tried didn't work. I'm ready to try what you have now, because I'm still here after 3.5 years. So that consistency and pouring into people and still loving on people and posting and bringing value to people makes them respect me and want to do what I'm doing. And the same will happen for you. I do most of my business on, through social media and on the internet. I had an interesting experience just a week or two ago. I was in the bank talking to a banker, and we were there for a little while. So I saw she had a rock star drink on her desk, and while she was doing some other things, I kind of searched for her on Facebook and found that I could find her on Facebook, but I didn't friend her. And then as we were leaving, I just said, hey, I see you're drinking a rock star there. I don't know if you'd be interested in learning about a healthier option that would still help with your energy. Would you be interested in learning about that at all? And she was like, yeah, that would be great. I was like, are you on Facebook? Because I knew she had other appointments and we didn't really have time to talk then. And she's like, yep. I was like, is it okay if I friend you? Yep, okay. So I friended her. And so we've had a little bit of back and forth, and just me stepping out of my comfort zone, because I sure could have just left and not talked to her, and that would have been way easier and way more my style. But I'm learning to be more bold, and so that's been exciting. So yeah, and just knowing that some people will join your business and some people won't. Some people will stay and some people will leave and some people will go back and forth. Another lady that's just rejoined as an ambassador had been an ambassador, and then she just wanted to use Vital Biome, so we made her a customer, and now she's been gone for over a year, I'm sure, but has been sitting there as a customer, and saw one of my posts this weekend, and she was like, it's time for me to start again. So like Brooke said, got her on the phone right away on Sunday, talked to her, got her restarted as an ambassador, and I know more than I knew when she signed up the first time. So I'm going to do an awesome job following up with her this time and really support the heck out of her, and she's going to do well. So
I love it. That to me was one of my favorite trainings on mindset, because I love analogies, first of all, but I really liked how you said that like some stuff isn't going to grow in my garden that's going to grow in your garden. And the part I love the most is how you said that you don't want everything to bloom all at the same time. We're always in this planting season because we want to be in a constant like harvest season 12 months long. We want an American grocery store. Okay. Like in your Plexus business, you want an American grocery store where everything is ripe all year long, not just seasonally. So that to me was what I got out of your training, is that we don't want just strawberries in the summer. We really, if we're honest, we want them in November, because who wants strawberry shortcake for their birthday in December without strawberries? Right? Like we want to have them all year long. And so this is the idea. And I know that for sure my team hears me say this all the time. I'm constantly looking for my next gold ambassador. Who am I going to bring in and get to gold? And a lot of people will say, oh, my team is so dead right now. Like, I don't know where they are. I have no workers. I'm like, I know. That's why I'm constantly bringing in somebody new, because I know that those two over there are taking a break. And they're going to be back in 90 days. And I don't want a lull for 90 days. And I want to create some growth on my team. So I'm out planting marigolds in November when everyone else is like thinking it's cold outside. I don't want to be planting marigolds, right? So I love that. And to me, that was like a big light bulb moment. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate your wisdom. So, okay, guys, let's plant some marigolds this week. How about? We've got a lot of planting to do in a big old snowstorm. The snowstorm is Thanksgiving, and then literally outside my window is a snowstorm. And I want to be able to have blooming flowers all week. I want them tomorrow. I want them Wednesday. I want them before Black Friday. I want them on Black Friday. I want them December 1st. So if we want to have a constant harvest, then we have to keep planting consistently. 3 asks a day to send someone a video, share a story, give a sample, utilize the 3-day challenge. We are doing a call tomorrow night. If anybody wants to hop on, it's going to be just a 30-minute virtual call. It's open to anyone. Ashlyn and I are doing it. I think Melanie's going to be helping us. Anyone can come. And this is for someone like maybe you didn't get anyone in the 3-day challenge, right? And you're like, oh, all is lost. All is lost. I didn't get anyone. Nobody has samples. I can't do anything this week. Lie. You can, because there are people that maybe you didn't want to invite to the 3-day challenge because they're so close to signing up. And you're like, you don't want to offer them a sample pack because you just want them to sign up. Maybe they've done the 3-day challenge and they didn't join and you want them to have something else, but you don't know what. It's the call tomorrow night. So anybody that you can invite to come, it's going to be at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, Mountain Time. And you can simply invite them to come listen to some health stories, business stories, little video about the triplex. We'll probably show the microbiome video. And then we'll just wrap it up. And who knows, you might have a sign up tomorrow night from that call. That's what happened to Melanie last week. She was like, your calls are lame. I don't see the point in them. She invited 2 people. 1 signed up and now she's like, your calls are amazing. I'm going to be inviting people to those more. So when you see it once and you believe in it, you're like, okay, I believe in it and I'm going to do it now. So just don't worry about having everything be perfect and go according to plan. If you think of someone tomorrow, just invite them. They might come. They might sign up, even if they are a no. Like her people, my directions to Melanie were invite people that you know are 100% not going to sign up. Those were my plans. I will post a link tomorrow in all the pages. So that was my thing to her. So I'm like, just, don't worry about the people that you're like, oh, she has to sign up. I want her. None of those. Just just ask the people who you're like, there's no way she's signing up. She's definitely a no. And invite her and say, I know you're not signing up. I know you're not interested, but I thought you could just come listen in, no pressure. And guess what? They signed up because it's magic. There's just something magical about them. So anyone can invite them tomorrow night. I will be there doing it. So I love more the merrier. Okay? Bye, guys.